Hey everybody. I got them. My seeds came in and I'm really excited about it. I've never grown hot peppers or any type of peppers before. My wife has done like bell peppers and stuff like that, but never the spicy kind. Some are really spicy, some are not so spicy. Some are like crazy, like don't try this at home type spicy. Gonna sit down with the family and eat some dinner right now, and then once the kids go to sleep, I will turn the camera back on and we will discuss what I got and get them in the dirt. And I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, kids are in bed, wife is in bed watching something on her phone, and now it's time for me to plant my seeds, my spicy peppers. I'm kind of cheating a little bit. I mean, I don't know the do's and don'ts really of, this is my first time planting anything, but generally, since we moved here, this is what I wanted to do, is getting started gardening, and so this is my first go around. I've helped her somewhat with her vegetables that are now in the planters, but this is my first go around at my own seeds and stuff. So please give me some tips, tricks, anything you know that I'm doing wrong or you think I can do better. I'd love to hear from you. What I was referring to is I got this starter kit here, and it already has the soil little pods in there. I guess there's a little bit of a mesh wrap around it, a netting, and so I'm not putting in soil into this tray like Ivana did on her video, which I will link. I don't know, you'll see it over here somewhere. So first things first, let's open the seeds and see what kind of seeds I got, because I don't believe I've discussed it with anybody yet. And I'm actually really excited because I love spicy food. I love my mouth burning. Believe it or not, we've done some Reaper challenges, ghost pepper challenges. We did the Choco challenge. Look for that link somewhere and check that video out. So I did actually get Carolina Reaper. That's kind of what inspired me to go with the really hot stuff as opposed to just average stuff. I wanted to go a little crazy just so I can maybe take a bite of a Carolina Reaper like on camera, but that I grew myself. This is a free Carolina Reaper pod. So I'm assuming that I have the seeds for the Carolina Reaper somewhere here, and this is literally, that came out weird, literally a Carolina Reaper pod. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with this, but I have a feeling it's going to be fun. And it'll be on camera. So I ordered from Pepper Joe's. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They are a very popular online retailer for seeds. And so I went there my first time. If y'all have a better company that you like to go with, or maybe a smaller company, a local company that ships out their seeds, let me know about it in the comments, because I want to order from family-owned, and preferably somebody who's got a YouTube channel. I'd like to connect that way. I believe I bought 7 seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I definitely did not order that many. So let's see what these are, because I thought I ordered 7. These are not mine. Okay, so I have here Big Jim pepper seed. That's what it's called. I have no idea what it is. I most likely am not going to plant that now because I do not know what it is and I did not order it. Yellow Peter pepper. I did not order that seed either. So I'm going to most likely not plant that tonight. Here's the Carolina Reaper. All right, that one I did order. We'll put it over here. The Pepper Joe's jalapenos. I did order jalapenos. The Pepper Joe's habanero. I did order that. The Pepper Joe cayenne. I did order that as well. The Pepper Joe's Italian pepperoncini. I did order that. I ordered the pepperoncini because, I don't know, when you order pizza from like Papa John's or from a delivery place like that, sometimes they'll throw in those pepperoncinis in there, and I just love the flavor of them. They're not very hot at all, but I do love just a juicy, and pepperoncinis are really juicy and watery, so I ordered those. Anaheim chilies, I love those. And then the ghost pepper. I did order ghost pepper, Boot Jalokia. So let me count these. So -2, that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are the 7 I ordered. I got a free Carolina Reaper pod and 2 seeds that I'm not familiar with. The yellow Peter pepper and the Big Jim pepper seed. So I will look these up. It won't be too long after I plant these. If I plant these, I'm just going to figure out where to do it. Because I have 7 different peppers, and it's supposed to give me 10 seeds per pepper, so that's 70. This is a tray of 72 pods. So, who knows what I'm going to use the extra 2 for. Maybe I could just do 1 of each and see what comes of it. So, next step is going to be, now that you guys know what I'm getting myself into here, let's just take this thing apart. I probably should read the directions, huh? It says, expand the Jiffy 7 peat pellets by gradually adding approximately 35 milliliters of warm water. I do have warm water right there. 35 milliliters, or approximately 10 and a half cups, 2.5 liters. So what you're saying is water. Okay, got it. And when the pellets are fully expanded, about 1.5 inches or 2.5, 3.8 centimeters tall and dark brown, pour off the excess water. Got it. Let's do this. Perforated cardboard, I like that. And then of course I didn't use it. There we go. Get that out of the way. Here's the lid. This has probably been sitting in the store for a while. It's got some junk on it. I tried to smell it. It looks pretty, I don't know if you can see really up close. They look like little, I don't know, little wheels, little miniature wooden wheels. I would take one out to show you, but I don't want to really mess with that. So let's go ahead and just pour this warm water on there and start to let them expand. I got my easy to pour gallon jug. This had distilled water in it for us to drink, but it was gone, so I'm using tap water. I think I'm putting way too much water on this thing. Another, first timer going at it here, so who knows how. I did read it on the back, but I'm not going to measure it out. I mean, who does that, really? It does say pour out excess water, so I guess if you pour too much, there's an out. You have a way to keep going without screwing it up. And the rows are connected. It's very interesting. Like if you fill one little pod and it overfills, it goes directly into the next one. Let me wiggle this around a little bit. Try to even out some of this water. Yeah, there we go. A little sloshy. All right. Yeah, I definitely poured too much. So luckily I have this Blue Bunny old ice cream thing that I pulled out of the trash. Dump off some of that excess water. I don't know how long it's supposed to take, but these are supposed to expand. They have not done so yet. I'm not sure if by sloshing it I'm doing anything to help. If you know or are familiar with these two peppers, either of these two, the Big Jim pepper seed and the yellow Peter pepper. I don't remember reading anything about those. So if you know anything about those, please leave a comment below and fill me in. Give me some insight. Okay, I can see now we're starting to rise a little bit. I would show you, but then I would pour out all the water. It said 2.5 liters, and I barely did any of that, so maybe I have to add more water in a bit. Let's skip to the next process. Ready? Okay, so new development. Since I did my little snappy thing, we had the water about right here somewhere, and now it's almost completely down here to the last, fourth of a gallon. I ended up having to put so much more water because it would soak it up. And so I was like, okay, I'd add a bunch more, fill it back up, and it would soak it up. And I guess that's the idea. Now, though, it appears that it's not soaking up anymore. So this is probably the point where I pour it into this, what do you call this? Waste receptacle. No, that's the trash can. Ice cream container. That's making me want to pee. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and leave a little bit, just because it looks like it can just finish soaking up a little bit, the last bit of it. So now the directions read that you peel back a little bit of the netting that's around each pod. I don't know if you can see it. Push in. I don't know if you can see it there. And after pulling back some of the netting, you put your seed in. So I'm going to prepare my mind a little bit because I have no idea what I'm doing, which seed first or in which order. And I probably should have gotten a pen to write it down. So Carolina Reaper, Ghost Pepper. I'm going to save those two for last because they are the special ones, right? I mean, those are the really, really hot ones. Anaheim chili is kind of spicy. Peppercini, not so much. The cayenne, spicy, yeah. Habanero, very spicy. Jalapeno. So let's just maybe go from the least of the hot. I mean, I don't think it really matters in which order. I think these are just placed into this little envelope here. I wonder if there's even a baggie or something inside the envelope. Well, that didn't work. That didn't work one bit. It just ripped. Okay, I'm ripping. So that is not how I wanted to do that at all. As you can tell, I've never done this before. Okay, so they are just loose in these little manila folders. Go ahead and take my ring off. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Count those again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so they give you a few for good luck. So what I think I'm going to do is wonder if I should put 2 seeds per pod. Wonder if that's what I should do. I think I'm going to go with 1 seed per pod for right now. And this is going to be a long process, it looks like. I guess I shouldn't hold the seeds in my hand, but I don't know what else to do with them because I might have to use 2 hands to do this. I'm sure y'all are getting a good chuckle out of this one because I'm sure I'll develop some sort of technique as I get further along, but that first one took way too long, right? Making a little hole, dropping the seed in. She don't want to go in. There we go. Cover it up. I called the seed a she, and I only thought about that after I said it, you know? But it is Mother Nature, right? So it's not Father Nature. Yeah, this is really a two-handed thing that I should be doing here, but I gotta hold the seeds. And then I picked up 3 on 1 finger. I feel like I'm destroying them. It's kind of daunting. I tell you what though, I've learned my lesson. I'm not doing this way again with these silly net wraps or whatever these are. I'm not doing that again because this is just too much of a pain in the butt. So what I'm doing is I'm ripping open the netting. I'm digging a little hole in the center. That one's got a rock in it or something. Digging a little hole in the center, picking up the seed on my finger, putting it in the center of the hole, and then kind of caving it back around on top of the seed. So it's like you can't see it, buried it. And I'm sure there's a much faster way to do this, and it probably involves not having these little pod starter set. Okay, so I did all 12 of the pepperoncinis, the first 2 rows. So if I keep that up, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's only 6 seeds. So I'm going to have to do not so many. This worked out perfectly when I thought there were only 10 seeds per per package. Anaheim chili, habanero, cayenne, jalapeno. Okay, let's go with the Anaheim. Again, these little envelopes are kind of a punk. And I don't want to like rip it open and potentially like rip a seed out. But I gotta do it. It's just not working. Hoping they're all at the bottom. Okay, Anaheim chili. Okay, so the camera stopped recording automatically, and I don't know where it left off, so I'm just going to tell you. Excuse me. I planted 12 of the pepperoncinis, and I'm fixing to do 12 of the Anaheim chilies. So, number 1 of the Anaheims. Now, I think on the package it actually says put 2 to 3 seeds per pod, but I didn't do that. I'm doing 1 per pod, and that could bite me in the ass, or it could potentially be a way to use more seeds, more pods. I don't know. I'll have to find out once they start to sprout. Well, seeing as how there is 6 pods up and down, it would be weird to do 6 and then 7, 8, 9, 10, and then start a new pepper in the same row. I'm sure that there's no real issue against that, but it's going to be confusing, and I have a hard enough time remembering what I had for dinner tonight. So to make it easiest, I'm just doing all 12 of the seeds, making 2 rows per pepper. But I think I have to change that tactic, because then I will run out of pods and some of my seeds won't get in the dirt. So I think I might just do 6 seeds in the dirt. That way I can, and I might just do that with the 2 of the hottest ones, the Carolina Reaper and the Ghost Pepper, because I'm not going to eat, 1,000 Ghost Peppers, but I will eat 1,000 jalapenos or pepperoncinis. So I don't have a plan. Like I said, I'm winging this, and y'all are along for this ridiculous, silly thing that I'm trying to do here. Let's move on to jalapenos. Just going to go ahead and just rip this one right from the get-go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So when they tell you on their website when you're ordering how many it comes with, it's like they don't really pay too close of attention to that or something, because I got 12 in the first one, 12 in the second one, and 13 in the third one, and there's only supposed to be 10 per deal. So I appreciate the extra seeds. Car just pulled in my driveway. Interesting. I believe they're just turning around. Okay, so literally every time I look up, the camera is stopped, and I don't know why. If my SD card was full, it would say memory full, and it's not saying that, it's just stopping. So I chose to go ahead and put all the seeds in and bring you to this point. I did 2 rows of each, except for the ghost pepper and the Carolina Reaper. I did 6 of each. To start off, I did peppercini. I planted 12. Anaheims, I planted 12. Jalapenos, I planted 12. I planted 12 cayenne. I planted 12 habanero. I planted 6 ghost pepper and 6 Carolina Reaper. So I still have 6 ghost pepper and 6 Carolina Reaper seeds left. I'm going to save them, and along with these 2 mystery packs of seeds, the yellow Peter Pepper and the Big Jim. Maybe that's a promotional giveaway that they're trying to influence people to buy those. Who knows? But I'm going to look it up. And with these, in a different type of situation like this, I will do the rest of the ghost pepper and the Carolina Reaper pepper. I did learn a few things while doing this. I got much faster with what I was doing, which I'll be able to use next time. Except I don't think I'm ever going to do this style of starter with the pods already in it with this mesh wrap around it. Ivana did hers with, she bought just a tray that already had the what do you call them, the little holes, and you just put your own soil in there, and you know, it's much better to just fill it with soil, spread it out, hole, seed. And this was just a pain in the rear, taking the mesh off from around it. It was a whole fiasco, but I did actually have fun doing it for my first time. Who knows how this is going to turn out? Take another look there. They're all planted. I'm hoping for the best. Please, you guys, keep your fingers crossed with me, and I'll do some update videos showing you maybe the seedlings coming out and where we go from there. I think when they are big enough to go from here into the planter boxes, she's going to be at the point where she can take hers out of the planter boxes and go in the ground. So we're just enough time where we can kind of dance around each other. Her vegetables will come out of the planter boxes and go in the ground. My seedlings will then probably be ready to go into the planter boxes, give them a nice bigger space. And then I haven't decided whether or not these are going to go in the ground or stay in the planter boxes. This was very fun, like I said. I learned a lot by doing it. I'm going to learn more by watching and waiting and seeing how it goes. But I really appreciate y'all joining me on this and just getting a kick out of what I'm sure is just a rookie review of this situation. I really appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like our channel, check out some other videos, and if you decide you'd like to subscribe, please do so. And if you hit the bell notification next to the subscribe, you'll get the updates. And I will update about this. Ivana will update about hers. And yeah, so appreciate you. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Okay, so we're back. I just wanted to show you kind of what I came up with as far as labeling them. So I'm using a color system. Yellow dots for those 2 rows with the yellow dot on the paper. Purple, purple, orange, orange, blue, blue. Some weird little sparkly deal. 2 dots and a green. 2 dots and a green. And then red splash. So each one is labeled on the box, on the lid, and on the card, so I know which color goes with which seed. I'm going to put a mark right here and a mark right here so that I know that this is the front and this is where it lines up. And looks like that's about it.